We do have a zero-tolerance policy. And Ken
but you didn't kick him out.
Well, you know, however much people dislike Ken, he has to be offered due process. He couldn't just be rung up and told he's been kicked out. There had to be proper charges, a proper process. He had to defend himself. And we know that had he been kicked out as a result of this process, he'd have taken us to court.
So what? If he takes you to court, at least, you know, he's been kicked out on a matter of principle. Now you're hiding behind process.
We're not hiding behind process.
It sounds like it.
Well, you're not listening properly. We're not hiding behind process. Ken
You just said he hasn't been kicked out because of process.
No, I'm saying he wasn't kicked out because he had to be offered due process. Anybody in any organisation is entitled to a proper process. But what I'm saying about Ken is this. First of all, you know, it's incredible the way, having said these things which caused so much offence in the beginning, Ken has continued to repeat them even to today. So he's had to be referred back to the NEC, and the National Constitutional Committee will look at his case. But the idea that you don't have due process, that would have been wrong.
There was an investigation into him in the party. There was a party committee, a senior party committee that looked into the matter. There was a process of sorts, and there are dozens of Labour MPs who are outraged by the fact that he's not been kicked out. And at the end of the day, you can fight the process in a court of law. The point is that you, as a political party, have stood up on a matter of principle.
We're standing up on a matter of principle.
What, the principle of process?
I'm as outraged as my colleagues, but you have to... What I won't accept is criticism of our party officers and our lay members who went by the rule book. Ken has behaved appallingly. He's upset very many members.
The deputy leader of the party, Tom Watson, says this is unacceptable. You should have been thrown out. So does he not matter at all in this?
Tom Watson knows perfectly well you couldn't just throw him out like that. You have to go through the correct process. But there's no question Ken has behaved appallingly, and you have to wonder what he thinks he's achieving. He's damaging himself, he's trashing his own reputation, and he's also damaging the party.
So you're talking about process, and we know about all the factional strife within the Labour Party. I mean, this is not something that's going to win over the public, is it? These are problems that resurface again and again in the Labour Party of today.
The thing with Ken has dragged on. But this is not about factional strife. The leader of the party had nothing to do with the way the party as an institution dealt with this. This isn't about faction, this is about Ken. This is about Ken's complete inability to apologise ever for anything. And it's, above all, it's about the way Ken has
But is it also about the Labour Party tying itself in knots over these issues? What about some clarity on principle?
I'll give you some clarity. Who could believe that Ken would keep repeating the same offensive and tendentious links between Zionism and Hitler?
But then, if he keeps repeating these statements, if he's a repeat offender, just throw him out.
You wouldn't want to be thrown out of your job without being offered some kind of process.
Well, you can fight the case in a court of law, but as a political party, you would then make a clear statement.
We have to distinguish between the party and the leader and the party's approach to anti-Semitism, and Ken Livingstone, who has proved to be stubborn, intractable and continuously offensive.
Would you suggest that the NEC now decided, National Executive Committee decided, enough is enough, Ken is a repeat offender, he should leave?
The rule book says it needs to go to the National Constitutional Committee, and that is what's going to happen. You can't go past your own rules, however much you dislike somebody. That is what would bring the party into disrepute.
But do you want Labour to be remembered for process or principle?
I want the Labour Party remembered for a history and a record going back to Cable Street of fighting fascism. And if we had Cable Street again, Labour Party members would be out there fighting fascism.
OK. Thanks, Diane Abbott.